So pause if you want to look at the code on screen. It's very old code, but I feel like it should exist here for no other reason than to look at how time passes. But as I fix my microphone and the squeaking sound commences, the reason I'm showing it to you because before I do anything crazy, I want to see what I had before. If for no other reason than posterity's sake, something like that. That's what I was trying to get to. Goizo Fatalist, by the way. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Random item stats as well, but 2 custom mysteries. If we spend too many mysteries doing things with the same mysteries, then I'll change it next video. But otherwise, what am I doing here again? Oh my god, Goizo, what am I doing with my life? I know it wasn't, was it a thing? I don't remember anymore. Well, we're just gonna say Fatalist. So, to Fatalist we go. Definitely random item stats, but for timestamp's sake, as we get into Goizo Fatalist random item stats custom character, you'll see immediately that one, I never fixed this photo because there is none. Part of it is I wanted to see what happens when there is no BG, but I already answered that in my Valentine's mystery. So we're gonna actually take the extra extra action speed because we're on Goizo. We're not planning to rest, and so we might as well just use that Doom to increase our actions. That way I don't have to worry about taking as much damage. Maybe light, second mystery, charisma, Takushi-san, knowledge, and dexterity. Maybe, but the most important part is that, yeah, we actually do need to grab a weapon. I think for the past 2 characters I've had a weapon, so just need to make sure I keep saying that to myself because I've gone through mysteries and forgot to pick up a weapon, ran into an enemy, first enemy, and bad things happened. So, yeah, we replaced the 2 mysteries, but we'll take the... Oh, no, we only have 2 custom mysteries. All right, from left to right we go then. We do get bonus, and there are other things to talk about if future Jordan makes the thumbnail, as I think I will make it. But let's actually pop into the... Okay, whoa! I don't know if we have... not Goizo. Akamanto. But... no, we take the Gruesome Totem. I think it's still better for your Doom, especially if you're doing Prepare for Funds. Again, whether you do, I think I've mentioned this before, but your base World of Horror advice for today is whether you tree for 4 funds or prepare for 4 or 5, do whatever's comfortable. They both work perfectly fine, from my experience anyway. Not that I've been using the tree for funds, and I also can use the Yoichi right now, but that's what the Gruesome Totem is for. So hey, Yoichi! We don't have Exquisite Taste because we're on the thingy-majiggy where I can't see the mysteries. So we are going to go for a thing because maybe we can proc a brick. We do not, but... we do our best. And I think with this, I'm actually just going to go through, not with the wooden bat, but just kicking. I'm shrugging in real life. That's all I have to say. Didn't use the police station. I'll remember to do that, but we will, yeah, we'll do this investigation. Thankfully, we didn't run into an enemy, but it's my threat level I was worried about, and we don't know what mysteries we have. So, again, before anyone says anything, I say it over and over, but sometimes, you know, someone can pop into episode 2 and then skip on to episode 17, and then suddenly you're like, hey Jordan, I noticed that you never did this. It's like, yeah, I know, but maybe you missed it. And what I mean by that is a thing I forgot now. Gosh dang it. I was trying to not be misunderstood, and I'm confused my words. Well, anyway, moving on. If I remember what I was gonna say, I'll say it. But otherwise, off we go. That being said, the chibi and the characters, there are a few things I could probably modify with the character pixel-wise, but I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. That's the end of the sentence. Now, if I could roll something relatively nicely, then that would be nice. But until that happens, we do our best to survive. So, so if you didn't notice, we do get our action speed increased by a little bit. So I don't get to do 4 kicks like Aika would be. I think that's really the threshold. If you can do 4 kicks right off the bat, I consider your character, or a character, very strong. In this particular instance, we can do a guaranteed kick into 290%, which is also very, very good. I also have a wooden bat that I could have used, I just realized, but it's just as bad. So might as well do kicks because kicks have a static accuracy of 80%. What I was going to say earlier, and I didn't remember, I just wanted to say, is that oftentimes I'll say something and then I get corrected on, and this has nothing to do with any recent comments, whether on my videos or elsewhere. It's just that it's happened in the past, at least a year ago, where it's like, hey Jordan, did you know you could do this? I was like, yeah, I think I do, because I remember mentioning say a piece of advice or certain strategies in World of War like more than a few times. So hey, I think it had to do with getting a brick, but I don't remember. Well, anywho, let's move on here. We'll lead Shiro out. Now, that being said, around half the time I can, and I probably am still making smaller mistakes here and there in terms of what I'm telling you as advice. Whether something's objectively true, maybe it's subjectively true instead. When I say, hey, this is how this, and this works, or this strategy is more a certain strategy in World of War, or any game really, is more consistent, and maybe it's not, but I do contribute that, and it's something I need to get better at. Basically multitasking. So we'll take flat. This is flat apparently, and it is, but I don't want to use the cigarettes yet. I'm gonna be greedy here. Also, rip my max reason, by the way, because of fungal growth, but I don't want to take the stamina damage at the moment, so we'll wait till the end of the boss here. But yeah. I forgot what I entered the vending machine and I thought of what I wanted to say. Now I don't. Well, in any case, as we roll a 10, because the game tried to squeak that by, just to go off tangent, because this is something I did want to mention. Well, two things, really. First is that you might see 2 Slay the Spire videos. I might as well just say the name, because that's what is going to happen within a span of 24 hours before even part 2 comes out. So basically, World of Horror will be sandwiched in between 2 Slay the Spire videos, because right after this recording, I am checking a thing. Particularly tabletop RPG things to kind of boost my mind. Do I want to gamble on this? The problem is that my Doom, even with the Gruesome Totem, is rising steadily up. So, yeah. I mean, you can be greedy with that. Again, I don't think either of decision there is bad unless you're, like, at 60% Doom on your second mystery like I am. But when that's not the case, and we're just going to take an extra point of reason just to... I need the Doom. I didn't need the Doom. Actually, I didn't need to do that. I'm just going crazy. This is one of those examples in which I do something, don't follow what I do, because usually I'll also call out the mistake if I catch it. If I don't catch it, it's actually also just like... I didn't... also, just as likely I forget. I flabbergasted myself because I forgot to use a pack of cigarettes. But, we'll see. I really shouldn't do that, by the way. Yeah, this is not good. We do have... No, we don't. I thought I took the Gruesome Totem instead. So, well, what we can do is eventually brace into a kick trade-off reason, which is probably what I should have done earlier, but... yeah, I was just going crazy talking about things. The other thing to mention is that I might as well, because I'm autopiloting through this, but I'm gonna be greedy with my cigarettes if we're gonna go this far. But yeah, I'm playing a certain... Oh, well, I might as well just say the name too. I'm getting into Cthulhu, and I'm climbing a certain mountain, and boy oh boy, there's a certain version of this mountain in which, boy, it does not feel great to get basically hurt by an NPC. And that's all I'll say about that. More particularly, this is a Japanese scenario, but it's been translated. And so this is what... And I've mentioned this kind of tangentially. I don't think I can survive this, actually. Funny enough. That's kind of unfortunate. Well, I guess we do smoke these cigarettes and trade off more reason just to try and survive a bit longer, but I'm not sure. Hold on, yeah, let me focus for a moment. If we die here, we're doing another run, by the way. That's the peanuts of the issue. Wow, I've never said that before. But, can I somehow... I need to hit every kick. That I know for sure. We do get to level up because of the thingamajiggy. So this is a very, very, very niche instance, as I'm focusing here, of Morbid Inspiration helping. Now, is it going to help me survive? Guess we'll find out. Stamina's gonna be more worth it here, yeah, because trading off reason for stamina ultimately is a loss of HP, so you might as well do that. Then brace into a guaranteed kick. I don't think there's much more I can do with this 20 extra time units if I take away the boost, so I might as well kick. And yeah, we're still in a lot of trouble. The cigarettes would have helped immensely. I think I might have been able to do 2 kicks, which would be a lot more damage. Even if we do this, we don't even get out. No, we don't. I have to go for a dodge. We do get something off dodge. It's an attack, but do we win the 50-50 coin flip? Well, let's find out, because no point debating over it. This is what we're deciding to do, and the answer is no, I cannot win a coin flip. So into the next run we go. Oh, you can always count on me on spaghettiing the strategy I planned out. And if I didn't already say it, yes, I was supposed to use cigarettes at the end of that mystery here. By the way, was that Azal Knight Errant? Oh, buddy boy. And also goes to show that, well, the faster action speed was very helpful. I just didn't make use of it. It's hard to really argue unless someone only gives you, like, whether the creator of a character or just the design of a character only gives you, like, 2% action speed. And even that can be helpful because of the myriad of situations. It's not like a myriad of situations. There's more than several situations in which you'll find that an extra time unit save of 5 or 10 can mean wonders for your RNG. Usually accuracy-wise, but in better situations you get more attacks. So, we get 2 mysteries in the middle. Metamorphosis, story, television, ramen, painting. Not in that order. I didn't even check the lighthouse, but it's fine. I'm just going to go in blind. So, what do I want to do first? We have story, metamorphosis, and yeah, we have to do these 3 bosses first. We don't have to. I just like doing it. Probably shouldn't have, but I don't think this character gets anything else. No, this character only has 1 character perk pack, and it revolves around using sharp items. So, which we didn't have because we were just using our fists, and the wooden bat is a blunt item. So, I guess I really should look for a more appropriate weapon and not Yoichi my way into cigarettes. Although I think that could have saved us. I'm fairly certain that could have saved us as well. But if we're gonna do things like this, we might as well butterfly knife, because at least it's a sharp weapon. Something really weird that PERM could do was somehow not proc base perks on weapons, but I don't think that's the case. That would be really strange. That would be a really strange bug, but I guess that's just me theorizing. School or seaside? I'm just thinking metamorphosis. That is seaside, but then we also have television, something and something, ramen, and I'm losing my mind. Well, I guess we will put the police patrols in the seaside for the moment. Little fun fact, when I think, sometimes my eye does kind of roll up to the right or left, just to kind of get my mind moving, as if that's, maybe it helps me verbally, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, biologist, doctor, but I do my best. So, yeah, off we go. But yeah, specifically back to the TRPG conversation, and don't be surprised if and when a tabletop simulator video comes out, which will be very long. I might make 2 versions, a short version and then just an unlisted, like, uncut version, but yeah, I was playing through a certain mountain, and let's just say there's an NPC that makes your life a lot harder. If the... What's the word again? I'm losing the word because I'm looking at this event and trying to figure it out. Now I forgot both things, but, yeah, your life can be a lot harder with certain NPCs if they're played that way. Hey, we could fast the charisma check. Is this the clue one for 2 funds? Yeah. I think you need to pass charisma twice here, which is funny. We could theoretically do it. Yeah, you know what? Not going to take the risk here. Did that give us the thing? It did not. Is that really just to skip it? I should have just fought the enemy then. I'm so sad that happened. Anyway, we're going to mash through. And I think we go for the Kiriko free. So, dexterity. Hey, it rolled a 2. So, I mean, RNG. But we have more reason, which is why I wanted to take this version of the encounter. So, we can arrest this enemy as well. Metamorphosis and... something. But I don't... Yeah, story. We do have human enemies that do 2-all in story, so you know what? I think we don't handcuff this boss. And especially not if we do all these attacks, but off we go. By the way, something I mentioned before as I get non-ending A, because you actually have to... I think... maybe it breaks even, but in terms of taking Doom, it's not great. I think ending A there can be worse because of the boss, the true boss in ending A. And I think it involves sacrificing Kiriko, so that's why... Not because I feel bad, but I think the boss was a lot harder, because it's just a lot harder. Metamorphosis and story. Do we just go through story now and just eat the damage in the face and then rest on metamorphosis? Oh yeah, and then painting, which is mansion forest, but I was looking at school and seaside for my maxed level location, so hey, thank you for the experience roll, by the way. This is gonna become a lot worse. Knight Errant Azal, here we go. Shrug, that's all I have to say. The one last thing I'll say about TRPGs in general is that I mean, I played a video game, but it's not a TRPG. I'm trying to think of what how I want to say what I want to say. By the way, I think we want to try and brace. Also, I do have a faster strong attack, but yeah, this ain't worth it. So prep attack, prep strong. But we want to save this because this is going to be what we're doing more often. Can't throw in anything else, so off we go. Unless I'm forgetting something. But if we don't, then I think we just brace here and then go for an attack. 75, 85%. Cross my fingers, hope we don't actually die in-game. But, yeah, we can do prep attack, prep strong. Anyway, well, hey. It's more important to be able to do that. There, it didn't make a difference, but it is important to be able to go faster just in case you need to do Desperate Struggle. But as we get a crowbar here, we want to keep the knife. This character works with sharp weapons. I just realized, did I need to do anything? No. We could, but we're only taking not a lot of damage, so that's not really a word. But oh, we're barely off with the crowbar. But I need the crowbar because we have 3 knowledge, so I want to throw this crowbar at a ghost. Don't ask me why that works in lore, just does. But as I save the combat sequence for some reason, off we go. Oh, but yeah, what I was gonna say to end the TRPG topic, basically I was playing by myself. So, and if you're wondering how you can do that, well, I mean, a lot of creativity. By the way, rest because we are dying here. So. I'll live with... I think I can live with 5 stamina. I guess we're going to find out. That's not the most helpful, but we do need stamina, so shrug. And strength for brace on top of our 95%. So this should be the ghost here. I think we can crowbar this away. 6 damage, right? Yeah, 6 damage crowbar. Ooh, wait. Can we brace instead? No, we can't. Welp. I think we just take this. I don't think the crowbar changes anything. Crowbar does 5 damage on throw, and I'm out in 2 turns anyway, so yeah. Could throw the butterfly knife, but I don't want to do that, because I need this weapon, so yeah. We're going to actually tree for stamina. That's not great. We're going to tree again, then. Fine, so be it. Oh, that's even worse. Well, we're on Azal, so I guess I will keep that to lower Doom, quote-unquote, but that means I don't get to level up. Is that going to make a difference? I guess we're going to find out. So, before we do that, let's do prep attack, prep strong, take our -1, and we just bet the farm, because either way we're out unless we miss every single one of these attacks, which in that case I should spread out my attack boost. Unless I did the math wrong. I swear I did the math on this before, but basically... Well, I missed there, but what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by bad RNG is that if you spread out your accuracy, especially attack boost among attacks, you have a higher chance of hitting all of them. But if you only care about not getting like 4 misses in a row, then you would do what I normally do and just add all of your accuracy on one attack to make it sure it's 100%, and then make that spill off towards the rest. By the way, I just realized I probably should have rested here. Yeah, I probably should have rested. Is this another brace encounter? Might be. We do get to do this, but we don't need to because we just do... no, we don't. Yeah, funny enough. Oh, that's a weird little nuance. I mean, it's a cool nuance. So I normally would just add prep attack, prep strong here, but I need to use it on a desperate struggle turn. I mean, I could just make the desperate struggle turn here. But why would I do that with 50% accuracy? I can't fit in another attack. That makes me so sad. I guess we do this. Because, yeah, so as I mentioned here, so take note, Desperate Struggle, let's take a note of Desperate Struggle. 38 time units, and I shouldn't die here so I can show you the rest of what's happening here. So, if I tried to do that and use my second strong attack in this encounter on this turn... if we load it, nope, we don't load it up. If I do prep attack, prep strong, you'll notice that I don't have any more time units to have added Desperate Struggle. That's why it's important to note that. In fact, I think we get out guaranteed here. Unless I want to gamble. Oh my goodness, 55%? Who am I kidding? Throw the crowbar and let's get out of here. For better or worse, our Doom only decreases by 1, but that's better than... That's better than the alternative. By the way, yeah, because we have a curse. So mind wipe, but also curses. I think if we get rid of that, we actually die. So let's not do that yet. This is not what I was looking for, but it'll help us get rid of the thingamajiggy, so... Yeah, stamina, because we're going to use the Yakitori here. Then we get rid of Mind Wipe by losing 3 reason. And then we get to level up. So, we do finally get our Sharpening Stone. Came a bit late. We actually need to heal stamina here. We don't need to, again, you don't need to do anything of what I'm saying, but... I find a lot more consistency in that particular strategy in which you heal on a level up when you're about to die, especially if your Doom is a bit higher. Now, the counter argument here is you can just rest here, and probably I should because we're in Metamorphosis. That was the plan anyway. But my Doom is shooting up through the roof, so gotta make sure I be a bit more efficient. Right before I don't play efficiently, but hey. There's now it's really bugging me, and I said I remembered what I wanted to say, and I didn't say it either. And I do have the notes somewhere, but I don't want to pull them up now because I'm in the middle of stuff, and this video has probably gone on long enough. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. It's actually late in the night, so as we lose reason over and over and over again. Maybe Katana play? Nope, because why would I? And keep in mind, Azal is about to slap us with the experience rule as well. But at this point, if we are trying to level up before the end of the mystery, that's going to be just as much Doom. So, one is going to be more efficient, whether I try to have leveled up during this mystery or not, and just rush the mystery and just take the experience penalty for Doom through Azal. I think they both would have been bad options. Oh my sweet goodness. Well... Oh, that's right. I can't do a strong because, or I could do a strong. I don't want to do a strong though. So we prep attack because that's gonna be it fits and it's guaranteed. And yeah, we just keep bracing here. Is this enemy bugged or is this enemy actually have a special attack? I know I've talked about it before, but this enemy can deal double stamina damage and specifically only stamina damage, which makes me think it's not intended. But if it is intended, then there is no telltale sign. So either way, there is a little bit of a bug. By the way, probably could have done better there. Well, that's right, we have the inventory rule. Goodness gracious. I did that to myself. But anyway, Fed fumes, so no more resting regardless. But even if I had gotten rid of these, we would have taken 8 Dooms worth of damage. Now, effectively, we would be at about 73, I almost said 76, 73% Doom, with 2 mysteries remaining. One of them being painting, the other one being safely with ramen, but another mystery Yakitori, you know what? Considering the reason that can slap me in the face in this mystery, no humans, and if there is, have to be really unlucky to run to the only one between the mansion and the forest, or maybe there's 2, but I think one of them is easy, which is why I don't count them. Take a point of knowledge, not that it matters. Take stamina, because we probably want to pop Monument soon. But, as we do our best to survive... Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, thankfully that doesn't hurt us, but... I mean, having bad RNG doesn't help my own brain when it doesn't work. Or it doesn't help gameplay when my brain is also not working on top of it. By the way, here's a -2 all encounter. I think this is a 2-turn? Yeah, it's a 2-turn. Even if I miss one of those. If I miss 2, though, I'm going to have some choice words for the creator of this enemy. And it's not like I'm going to get angry. It's just going to be funny words because my brain... We get to lower Doom. We need both, actually, so both Doom decreasing events to hope we can survive this run, considering all the damage that's going to happen to me. But I guess we'll find out. That's extra Doom. I can't fight this boss. Mystery 4, it's going to be really terrible. Hey, it's another ghost encounter, by the way. We 2-turn it, but it's another ghost encounter, and off we go. This doesn't look like the mansion. This looks like a dungeon in the middle of the forest. Yeah, we have to skip this, by the way. Decrease Doom? That's one of the only chances we have. Nope, just 3 reason in the face. And this could be another 3 reason in the face, by the way. Oh, how did I know? Oh, I called my own bad RNG. I think this counts as surviving. But... Knight Errant on top of a thing, but I promise you, fighting, especially with what just happened, we would not have survived the boss. Oh, more Doom on top of that. All right, perfect way to end the video. I mean, let's say that we had 10 more Doom to work with. We'd be about 92% Doom right now. So, I mean, what do you want me to do? But then you can play along. It's not like I'm totally mad. It's all in good fun. But if you had any ideas of to what I could do differently, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, oh, by the way, the other perk that I could have taken at the beginning of the run gives me folklore knowledge, which grants +1 knowledge. So yes, that probably would have helped against Ghost. But otherwise, I mean, considering all the encounters we had to fight with story and metamorphosis and television, so I guess I'll see you in the next video!